Hey, bona fides and YouTube otherwise. It's me, Seaman Ted, and I'm back. I'm back with another video, and if you're in here, you're good to go. Hey, bona fides and YouTube. Otherwise, it's me, your girl, CMeantit. I'm back with another CMeantit news. Baby, it's so much mess going on in this street, so much rulings and opinions and honey. It's the baby. What's up, Jay Mello? First one in the chat. I appreciate you coming by to see me, girl. Honey, they done gave R. Kelly 30 years. And the people is saying it's too far. They done went too far. It's too crazy. It's too much. What about the other people? If he got 30 years, they need to get everybody who's involved and let them split up the sentence. Let them split it up, split it up, split it up. Okay? Baby. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. 30 years on racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Now, it's folks out here mad. Same folks that was sitting up there sad for the girls when they did Surviving R. Kelly. Same one talking about, oh my gosh, this young girl was, and her parents were kind of stupid and then got caught up in the mess. Same ones feeling for the young girl, the same ones back feeling for the convicted predator we see now. Okay, baby, sex trafficking and can't even read. That's a mighty, 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 mighty feat, ain't it? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Sex trafficking and can't even read. Baby, you cold blooded, baby. You need to be under the jail doing that. Now, come on. Woo, woo. Yes, I ain't mad at it, baby. It was the racketeering that got him. Baby, the laws do not play about that racketeering, honey. Okay? Hell, they got Al Capone on racketeering. They ain't finna play with you about that, playing with no money and bullshit and stuff. Oh no, they ain't doing that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That's what solidified the 30 was the racketeering. He was gonna get some for that sex trafficking because that's the thing. They are not playing about no sex trafficking nowhere, 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 no how. Okay, so honey, just by R. Kelly, his attorney talking about it was an inappropriate sentencing uh and an inappropriate charge for the racketeering. I'm trying to understand how you racketeering and you can't read or count. I'm trying to understand it. See, I think that's some lies. I think the nigga can read and count. Okay. I think it's a damn shame that it's believable that he can't read and write. We believe in it. But then we sitting here looking like, nah, nigga, this can't be believable. I think it's a damn shame you got folks so confused and complex. He didn't R. Kelly does too. And ain't even got our draws, child. Ain't even get us. Ain't even got our draws, and we still got R. Kelly. Okay, child. Please. I ain't trying to hear none of it, okay? Hey everybody, what's up? L'Oreal and Kiara C. Chad, they say R. Kelly can't read, but he up on federal racketeering charges. Chad, I just can't. I'm sick with it. Okay, all right. Anyway, child, honey, listen. What was the dang? I'm so crazy. What was the second thing in my? What was the second thing in my title? Baby, they just ooh. Now you mean to tell me y'all done went down to the county and start scrummaging through records and 60 something years later then found the actual warrant for the white lady that accused Emmitt Till of whistling at her. You done found the file for her warrant in the files, the warrant that was lost during the case. She was supposed to be had been arrested. The warrant was for her arrest back when all this was going on in the 50s. Okay? And you mean to tell me that in 60 something years, 67 years, or how many years? I think it's 67. Y'all didn't ran up on the paper. Y'all done ran up on the paperwork on the woman. And this lady about 80 years old. 80 something, 80 plus. Carolyn something. I forgot what her name is. CMeantit News is what I can remember, okay? You go figure it out yourself. You can read, right? You're not saying you can't read and write, right? Okay, cool. So, baby, uh, they done went down to the county and found the lady's original arrest warrant. And the family is calling for her head. I say, get her done, boys. Get her done, boys. We don't give a goddamn about how old you are, bitch. You need to be arrested. You need to be investigated. You need to be convicted, baby. Get her done, boys. That's how I feel. Hell, they just in Germany just ran up on 100-year-old, 100-year-old. Okay, this is 1920. I mean, this is 2022. 100 years old. He was born in 1922. The all that mess started going on with the Jews and stuff in around 33, 36. So 14, but he basically what I'm saying is the Germans already went and found them 100-year-old Nazi that was a guard or something at one of the extermination camps. Okay. And then got him all the way convicted. He got 3 years for war crimes and all kind of other stuff against humanity and stuff down up in Germany. Baby, so if he was doing this stuff in 40, 42 and stuff like that, he was like 20 years old. Had good sense. And at 100, you're going to sit your ass down for what you did at 20. At 100, you're going to sit your ass down for what you did at 20. Point blank and period. And I ain't mad. So if Germany, as humans, can go and find a 100-year-old man and make sure he goes sit in jail for his crimes in his youth, then the United States, the federal whatever in United States, Mississippi courts and all of them can go on to get old Curlin at 80 something and let her stand trial. Hello. And you see how Jewish people do about this Holocaust? They don't play about that motherfucking Holocaust. And if you don't think all these hangings and lynchings and stuff that went on for years after slavery are not just as heinous as the Holocaust, you know I'm a Holocaust buff, okay? Just as heinous of crimes against humanity and innocent people for the most part. Okay. Well, how about this? Unjustly tried and punished. Okay. That's what was going on with the hangings and the lynchings. And do you see other Jewish people ain't gonna never let it go? A lot of them is aging and old and dead, and they're people. And the second generation and the third generation, they ain't playing. Their teeth is sunk in it, baby. They're not playing with nobody. Okay. Hell, it's Jewish people who work these Holocaust cases that ain't had nobody die in the Holocaust, baby. It's because we Jewish, baby. It's because they Jewish, baby. And we ain't letting it die. It ain't over. We will never forget. And I'm trying to understand why it ain't like that over here with us. Emmitt Till? Okay. But what about all the other folks? Hell, I saw about 300 hanging stones in the memorial and down in Montgomery. And all I didn't heard about was George Sweeney. They still running Emmitt Till. Did they get the people who got Medgar? Then they got the Martin Luther King man, right? They killed Martin Luther King. That's 5 people. Okay. What's up, Learning Daily? The people who have power will get their justice. Okay. But power concedes nothing without at first a demand. That's Frederick Douglass. Cool Gamer, what's up? Okay. Because we're not running but you know what? Like I said, power concedes nothing without first a demand. And not these little grassroots groups demand. Marching and moving like we did last year or year before. and voting and standing up against things and getting petitions written. You know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of other stuff that I ain't gonna name. Okay, is what the hell we need to be doing. Okay. That's me, crazy. That's me. I don't look that different, child. We don't unite enough to be able to do anything. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. But this white lady involved and who was the catalyst of that damn Emmitt Till murder, they got their arrest warrant and the warrant needs to be served. Baby, I wonder how many days she'd have set up should I kill myself because these folks is after my ass. I wonder if she ever did that. I mean, just as another person, just thinking about how the human mind is like, child, these people trying to get me in my old age. Should I do me myself? You know what I'm saying? Who can I run to? Where do I run? Where my people at? You can't run to Mississippi no more, baby. And a whole bunch of folks there. It's still Klan out there. It's still Klan. And then while we talking about Klan, can we please talk about this real quick? That Senator Cronin out of Texas talking about, oh, well, let's just go ahead and since we didn't reverse Roe versus Wade, let's look at Plessy versus Ferguson, get that reversed, and then run on over there to Board of Education, Brown versus the Board of Education. Baby, what? Baby, what? Just free like a motherfucker as a senator talking like that. So Plessy versus Ferguson was where they said separate but equal was okay, basically. Wait, was it that it was okay? Yeah, that was okay. Damn, I'm on my phone. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna read it officially because I keep getting Plessy for if it was the uh dissolution separate but equal. I think that's what it is. It was the dissolution. Oh, this ain't even okay. Hold on, folks. Y'all hear that storm out there? I'm about to go get my tour day on because you know I'm working out again, honey. About to go get my tour day. I'm going twice a day. And this storm just hit, but I'm waiting for it to pass because I'm sure still gonna go. Lord, don't get me started. This stuff is deep. They got us all messed up. The black patriarchy is all types of effed up. Until that gets fixed, things will only get worse. You said they're gonna take us back 60 years? Yeah, with that type of shit that damn Senator Cronin out of Texas was talking about. Hold on one second. Come on now. Child, somebody look up Plessy versus Ferguson for me real quick. Because my computer's acting stupid. Oh my gosh. I ain't got time. Okay, come on. Here we go. Let me see. Because I want to get it right. I was trying to go through this fast and not be on here all day. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Plessy. There we go. Okay, the judgment was in 1896. Records of the Supreme Court of the United States, Record Group 267. Girl, no ma'am. Hello, what's the main idea? Thank you. Okay. Plessy versus Ferguson was a landmark 1896 Supreme Court decision that upheld the constitutionality of racial segregation. Exactly, that's what I thought. Under the separate but equal doctrine. The case stemmed from an 1892 incident in which an African American train passenger, Homer Plessy, refused to sit in a car for black people. Okay, so So this man, Senator Cronin out of Texas, hollering, oh, we might need to go back and review Plessy versus Ferguson. So then in that case, if they went back and reviewed that and then ran it up and reversed it, right? Flipped it and reversed it, then that means we're gonna go back to colored water fountains and black this and white this and I wonder what water fountains Asians was using back then, because Asians was here. And the Mexicans, what was they using? I need to look that up. I ain't never thought about that. And what was the Persians and stuff that was here? What facilities were they using, honey? Okay, because now that y'all like to call us people of color, then all of us would be using. So y'all gonna be out a bunch of money making a Persian, an African, an Asian water fountain and facilities all over the place. So basically talking about y'all need y'all shit, we need our shit. But this is my thing. I'm of the mindset, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Because the worst thing, in my opinion, I've said this on my channel before, for Black people was integration. Okay? When you start trying to integrate and be like and run with folks that overall don't want you to rise like them, don't want you to succeed and live like them. I'm not saying all, but a lot, too many we seeing, okay? You're going to be always in this position of asking, striving, crying about why you won't let us be like y'all. But when we had our own banks and grocery stores and neighborhoods and schools, now I know some of the schools in some of the more remote areas were not as good, okay? I'm not going to say that all the schools were bad that were Black, because that's not true. I've read a lot of books talking about very good Black schools all the way up to the collegiate era, and you know, that's you starting that with Fisk and Tuskegee and all of them. So you know, let's get into it, okay? So I'm like, well, okay, and with the way that Black folks are educated, especially Black women right now, and this entrepreneurial spirit that then hit our Generation Z and all this stuff like that, child. Look, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. We gotta stop letting these motherfuckers scare us and throw us off, and you know what I'm saying, and have us looking like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said it, and be like, well, you know what, nigga, let me think about that shit for a minute. Stop getting your feelings hurt and get some work done, and change the game for yourself. Moving right along. Not only did he say Plessy versus Ferguson, we might need to overturn. This fool went back and said we might need to do Brown versus the Board of Education. You know, where they would integrate the schools and do whatever. We too cold right now to be scared of shit like that. We too cold now not to recognize that it was a lot of more power that we had, and the way that our communities that were striving to do this were able to uplift each other, support each other, and grow and amass wealth, knowledge, and pursue talents in those times. You know what I mean? What up, though, Mimi? Hey, Lexus. We will always be in that position unless the foundation gets fixed. So Senator Cronin, I think Texas needs to put you out, honey. See, but they getting emblazoned and emboldened. Baby, they getting emblazoned and emboldened. And honey, what's tripped me out is, baby, there's a movement amongst white women, honey. They're not playing with these white men and this patriarchy. Did you see that white woman? Who was that who testified? I forgot what her name was. Let me see what her name was. Hold on, January 6th hearings. Okay. Let's see what this lady name was. Baby, the white women not playing with them no more. Okay? The white women are not playing with these white men and this patriarchy and shit no more. They are not scared no more, honey. They are tucking their hair behind their ears, and they are, well, he was like, and then my friend was like, and then they came and they were like, and they were telling on them. Okay, baby? They telling on them. Hutchison. What's her first name? Cassidy, girl. She got a new age name too. Ain't no more Barbara's and Elizabeth. Cassidy came to tell the story. Okay? Cassidy then sat up there and said, baby, I didn't heard from some folks that, you know, Trump was doing this and that, and on January 6th, he knew he was trying to get up there so he could make a get out there to the Capitol Hill or wherever he was at when he made that speech. he was out there trying to get out there to make sure he spoke, and they were saying it was a security risk, and he didn't took the driver around the neck and went crazy and tried to choke him out to make him move and make him turn the corner and go to where he wanted to go. I said, baby, because they trying to get Trump on that he knew he was inciting that shit, and that he knew that there was guns and weapons and crazed people out there, and that's why he was so crazed to get out there. Honey, I'm like, yes. Yes, she was so brave because white men who are older than her are scared to back against Trump. Exactly. Yes. She came out there. She was like, baby, let me tell you something. This is what I know. This is what I heard. Okay. And I'm standing up for who you with. Who you with? Get crunk. Who you with, baby? These white women are not playing out here. They are not playing. And you see the ones who out here talking, this is during Roe versus Wade. This is a good thing for white birth, a white life. And it's all the old ones. These new ones, Cassie, maybe a Jennifer or two. What's their name? What's the other names I be hearing all the time? Kelsey and Lily and Apple and all them. They're not playing that shit. They're not playing with none of this bullshit, okay? They're not playing with none of this bullshit, and I'm here for it. So here she goes. She said Trump, okay, Hutchinson really moved the ball forward in terms of establishing that Trump was personally aware of the potential for violence, yet forged ahead on January 6th with his attempts to rile up his supporters to interfere with a joint session of Congress to certify President Joe Biden's victory. She said Trump was told that morning that weapons were being confiscated from some of his supporters who came for his rally. Later, when Trump and his team were at the Ellipse, the large oval lawn and south side of the White House, and before his speech, Trump barked out orders to his staffers to take the mags away, referring to the metal detectors, because the people in the crowd, they're not here to hurt me. Trump also said, I don't fucking care that they have weapons, according to Hutchinson. This is particularly shocking because Trump then encouraged the same crowd to march to the Capitol while lawmakers were affirming Biden's win. Hundreds of Trump's diehard supporters soon stormed the Capitol, many carrying knives, bear spray, metal poles, tasers, and a few guns. Baby. When Hutchinson told her boss Meadows about early reports of weapons getting confiscated, Meadows didn't even look up from his phone, according to Hutchinson. 2 days later, he told her things might get real, real bad on January 6th. Quote, the potential for violence was learned or known before the onset of the violence, early enough for President Trump to have taken steps to prevent it, said Republican Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming. Baby, Republican, did you hear what I said? Excuse me. The potential for violence was learned or known before the onset of the violence, early enough for President Trump to have taken steps to prevent it, said Republican Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming, the panel's GOP vice chair. Boom. She added that Trump could have urged his supporters not to march to the Capitol or condemn the violence more quickly, but didn't, because he had something else. He had, quote unquote, because he, quote unquote, had something else in mind. Baby. I said, well, wade in the water. Ooh. Merlin Garlic needs to indict Trump because it's alleged that he is going to announce his rerun for presidency soon. And if he does, then it will be harder to get him. Baby, they might run this in the hole. What side is Merlin Garlic on? They listen to the white women, don't they? Estimate Trump in trouble now because of her testimony. Yep. Clarence Thomas's wife is somewhere in it too, from the reports I read. Yeah, I've been hearing some chatter about her. I can't keep up with everything though. Y'all can tell me if y'all know the specifics about his wife. This really sounding some out of a book or not reality, because no one would have imagined this. Exactly. Honey. It's been going. Oh, he's dim side. Merlin Garlic. Okay. Baby, when I tell you it is going down, it is going down. It is going down. Okay? I'm just like, wow, it's a lot of stuff going on tonight. I mean, this week in the news, as far as like real life and stuff like that, not gossiping about no motherfucking celebrities day in and day out. Whoo, Lord. I'm like, yo, baby, they might give an extra $200 to the Social Security folk. Social Security folk. Social Security folk. They iron and playing around with $200 extra, honey. Social Security folks. Social Security folks. Did y'all hear that? You better look it up. 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 Okay? Better stay on top of that. See what's going on. See who you got to write. What is your congressman? Who you got to check on. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it. Okay? If you in Georgia, honey, they got a gas tax or a gas stimulus that they sent out in April, $375. If you were head of household, baby, look it up. Look it up. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay, child, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right now. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay? Oh my gosh, honey, there's so much going on. Baby, did y'all hear about that caravan? There ain't no caravan, that 18-wheeler full of migrant workers from Mexico. Were they from Mexico? Well, Hispanic migrant workers. Baby, 40 of them stopped the 18-wheeler, 40 of them dead. Several others, sick and confused and, dehydrated and woo-woo. Baby, if y'all think that girl, let me tell you something. It is awesome chaos that's going on out here. Awesome chaos. Found them in San Antonio. 40 of them in there dead, and the rest of them just tacked in there, locked up in there with the dead bodies all around them. Family members probably and stuff like that. Kids. I didn't get deep into who they found because it was too sad for me. But ain't that a trip? Now, listen. This is the land of free commerce and capitalism and all that stuff like that. Y'all can't tell me it ain't one of these goddamn big time businesses, Fortune 100 or 500, that ain't behind some of this shit. I think they low down, way down in the. Y'all ever watch Breaking Bad? How oh boy, Gustav had that chicken restaurants and looked normal, looked like a regular businessman and normal, and was lived in a regular type house for somebody who was a well-to-do entrepreneur, did stuff in the community, and the whole time he's a mega meth kingpin. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just believe a lot of this shit that's going on is these corporations. I really do. I think they're deep. They're in there somewhere. They might be 6 times removed, but I feel like that this type of shit is getting. Oh, sorry, I had to drink my water. It's getting done by some corporations somewhere, y'all. We're gonna keep our eye on this stuff because they keep showing us all this, everybody, all this death and craziness and all these people running up here and stuff. They need to start seeing where they running to. Well, where were you going? Where did you meet the people? I mean, I'm sure these are some of the border control and the homeland security questions, but I just refuse to believe that there ain't no big corporation behind none of this mess. Somewhere. Turning a blind eye or orchestrating it. I don't know. Okay? But I just that was horrific. Then they down here in Atlanta shooting over mayonnaise. So you mean to tell me that you walk your happy ass up in Subway And baby, Subway do put, put a pound and a half of mayonnaise. Girl, I have to stop them. Well, I don't eat at Subway no more. But years ago, when I used to eat at Subway, I used to have to stop them. I mean, anywhere you go with a sandwich, they think that you need to have a big old blodge of mayonnaise, mustard. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, hold up. No. Scrape it on off. You know what I'm saying? I tell them, do squiggly line of mustard, one squiggly thin line. I don't need all that. You know, and then folks sitting there eating and got all that white shit around their mouth. And, oh, if you sitting there eating salad or a sandwich with the shit around your mouth, you're nasty, period. Okay, I just want to tell you. Okay, so anyway, so go up in there. They over there talking about it's too much mayonnaise. They get in an argument, probably because the worker down here was probably like had a little attitude about having to take the mayonnaise off, or then went back and put still too much mayonnaise, and then the customers get on there. Customer pull out a gun and shoot 2 employees, kills one, and the other one got shot in her abdomen, but they didn't save her liver, so they say she gonna live over some motherfucking mayonnaise. Ciao. And you know, we just Georgia just passed that damn gun law where you can go get you a gun and walk around with it, and it don't have to be registered. That's why I just shut my motherfucking mouth. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't that I ain't got no gun, but why we need to use them over some words? And see, there's a lot of ignorant ass motherfuckers out here that we use them over some words. Okay? So I just decided to shut my mouth. I might nut, but I don't butt, bitch. Okay, because it ain't that important. I didn't work too hard for what I got. I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm not trying to get shot down over no bullshit. Okay, I'm like, God, dog, just ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. Ooh, ooh. And finally, child, they up there dogging out Kimberly Elise. You know, oh girl, the little quiet one on Set It Off, the one that was on for Color Girls and had threw the man threw the children out the window. Didn't the man throw the children out the window? The man did. Threw her children out the window. Baby, do you know I really believe? First of all, life imitates art, art imitates life. I'm sure in sometime in time somebody threw children out the window. Hell, on Game of Thrones, they threw a child out the window. This was getting me. I really didn't want to come and talk about Roe versus Wade, okay? Because one, I can't have children, even though my daughter can. I just didn't want to share my opinions on it. You know what I'm saying? But Kimberly Elise decided to tweet out her support for the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Okay, let me go ahead and tell y'all exactly what was said. Hold on, real quick. She basically tweeted her support of the overturning, right? And baby, the folks, the bandwagoners, many, child. I ain't gonna say, yeah, it's the bandwagoner. Roasted her down. Roasted her down. Okay. So let me read exactly what the tweet said. She's getting drugged all over the place, okay? She wrote, "Victory belongs to Jesus, for you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well." Psalm 139, 13 to 14. Baby, they talking about she done. She canceled. She always was a little stupid. Where is Charles? You know, from the movie, okay? Just wilding on the girl, wilding on the girl. My thing is this, bitch, if you can have your opinion that you for abortion or pro-choice, bitch, she can have her opinion that she pro-life. She ain't hurt nobody by putting that motherfucking tweet up there like that. In my opinion. I don't remember exactly her I don't remember. I just remember she was in Set It Off, and she was kind of like quiet, stormy, or something like that. And the people went off on her. And I said, this is some crazy ass shit. You mean to tell me that this lady can't have on Twitter, okay, an opinion, but you can have your opinion on Twitter? This lady has been an adamant, devout Christian since I've ever seen her on social media. And you know what? Many Christians, probably most, really ain't, and I'm talking about practicing Christians, not just in name only, okay? Ain't going for no abortion. I didn't have abortion because I wasn't fucking with that. I wasn't just so sure how God was going to feel about it. Now, had I had one later in life, I would have definitely considered. And out of wedlock again, oh no, I was never going to be a single mother again. I knew I was going to consider abortion and see where my mind was about that. But I still was going to have a problem with it. Okay? I am tripping out that folks are really like throw back when this is this woman's character and nature forever. And the folks are just roasting her and canceling her. Kimberly Elise for what? Everybody's not going to agree with everything. Is that just so egregious that, oh, she should be canceled? We can't even like she's done? That's ridiculous to me. So this lady says folks are saying Kimberly Elise can have an opinion. Your opinion should only govern you. Celebrating policy that revokes the rights of millions is not an opinion. It's bad politics. No one cares about your opinion. It's your politics that's a problem. Okay. And so how many people be getting canceled because they politics? Be getting canceled about their politics? Not too many. Okay. Hold on, let's see what she's saying. I have to disagree with you. See, if you put a tweet out, you have the right to disagree with her. I don't think she should be canceled, though. Okay. They do that to Black women. Ask Chrisette Michelle. She was still trying to recover from cancellation versus Kanye West, who gets canceled, embraced, and then embraced again. Okay. Yeah, I don't agree with her, but that's her stance, and that's it. Also, there are many Christian women that doesn't want government in their uterus. Okay. So now I really don't have a problem with the woman saying that. If I would have read that, I'd been like, oh, okay, cool. As another Christian woman that really I am my thing is this. Somebody had to tell me when they were doing gay marriage and stuff like that none of these politicians have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And everybody's relationship with God is their personal relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Whether they believe or they don't. So when you make the laws for people to have choices. So this is how I feel. Am I for abortion? No. If I got in a situation or was raped or something like that, would I want to have a right to choose abortion? Yes. But that probably would be, I think, really, to tell you the truth, if I could have children, would probably be the only thing that I would really consider having a abortion about is rape. So now, one thing that I learned during all of this is that having a DNC where they go and kind of like scrape out your tubes for like ectopic pregnancy and things like that is considered in medical jargon and probably medical coding an abortion. And so when they relegate or they renounce Roe versus Wade and take abortion out the picture, that opens up for policy to change about life-saving type of um, life-saving type of procedures that are typically classified as abortion. And I was like, oh no, hell no. It's a lot of different this lady had like a whole list of different things uh talking about different procedures that are life-saving and that for women that are classified as abortion and have a potential to be eradicated through this revoking of Roe versus Wade. I am not in agreement with none of that. None of that. They need to then change what they consider abortion when it's life saving. Like it's you know what I'm saying? I really do think so. I really do. My thing is there are a lot of people who are against abortion yet support the death penalty. See, okay, I don't feel like doing all that today. I'm sorry, J Mello. I'm not being ugly to you. I just don't feel like going to that conversation right there. Hi, see mods in chat. We are living in the days of wrong is right and go along with the popular group. I respectfully decline. Me too. I do too. I'm not with it. I just want it to be stated on the record that animals have more rights than women. Now, I do believe that a lot of other things that are not even considered human, that are not human or are not considered human, seems to be more protected than women and women's health. You will literally do time for deer hunting out of season, but women cannot choose what to do with their bodies. So, long story short, I support your option to choose, I guess. So, pro choice, I guess I am. I just wish that that it wouldn't be chosen unless it was life change, like life saving. That's my final thought on that. Okay, on abortion. Now, moving right along. In response to the overturning of Roe versus Wade, they got the nerve to go and say you can only get so many Plan motherfucking Bs. Y'all know what Plan B is. Plan B is the pill that you take up to 72 hours after unprotected sex to ward off a potential pregnancy, to potentially ward off a potential pregnancy. So now Walgreens and CVS and other pharmacies are saying, oh, okay, your name is this, and they record and taking note. You know, like they do with Sudafed and all that stuff that people use to make meth. Taking note of having you getting it in a certain time period. Bitch, what the fuck going on here? Then I read on CNN that more men are getting vasectomies after the Roe versus. Now this is the thing after the Roe versus Wade overturned. Excuse me, how do y'all know in 2 and 3 days that more people is getting a vasectomy? In 2 or 3 days, y'all know that now. See, get the fuck out of here. To me that don't make no sense. How you know in 2 or 3 days? So you mean that as soon as that came down, folks just ran out and got vasectomies? I don't know. I don't know. L'Oreal says, and what's next? The government intervene on whether to prescribe birth control as well. Yeah. So that's another thing that we didn't heard. Is that that also opens them up to be able to decide whether or not certain people can use birth control, or what at what point do you prescribe it, or how even how old, maybe shit like that. Ain't that crazy? We get more like China every day. Because remember, China was telling you can only have one kid. They were telling the people. Ooh. They lying. They lying about them vasectomy. Nigga, you don't got no damn data in 2 days. Get out of here. Not no reliable. That ain't even how you set up no damn data capturing. Hey, India. But honey, this the stuff I heard in the news, baby. This the stuff I heard in the news. I just was sitting up here like, this didn't open up a whole lot of shit to more legislation and got that going. What you call it? Lawsuits, people getting hurt, people dying. And I was listening to several content creators saying that white women get an abortion more than Black women. That's just not true. Black women hold the highest count in 1,000 out of 1,000 to get abortion. Now, again, we're saying abortion, but we also know that Black women have a high death mortality rate during birth, giving birth, and surrounding the whole pregnancy and what do you call it, reproductive situation. So I do not know when they give the out of 1,000 number in several of the articles that I read that if they're not including those other procedures. This is why it's important to vote in every election, ladies, especially the local elections. And I just voted in my local election last week. I guess I'm going to do some jail time because soon as this year up, I'm going to get my IUD more and back in. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing that they have. Governor Newsom. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what kind of. They probably would have called him a commie back in the 40s and 50s. You know what I'm saying? They would have called Governor Newsom a commie back in the day, okay? I don't know where this motherfucker came from. I ain't never seen no politician like this, okay? I ain't never seen no politician for the people like Newsom. And I'm just sitting in the back with my what do they call it? Like with my mind. What's the one? I guess a negative mind or whatever, a suspicious mind. I'm like, they gonna catch this motherfucker on something. They gonna catch him on something. Wait. They gonna catch him on something. But anyway, honey, he said that California is a sanctuary. If you can get to California, you can get your abortion, baby. And then all of these companies then came out and said, we'll pay for your travel if you need to get an abortion. I said, baby, I wonder if they're gonna go up against some of these big companies that saying they're gonna pay for travel and say if you pay for, you know how they was getting doctors, some states had situations with doctors, you had to be certified in this and registered to a hospital and this and that, so you can be the if any complications come, you can be the doctor on duty at the hospital. All these other ramifications for you to be able to do, or qualifications for you to actually be able to do abortions. So I wonder if they're gonna come after some of these big companies and cite them and sanction they ass paying for travel and shit. I get okay. I love my Governor Newsom, even though he's done some shady ish. He's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want to go right now in this rain? Okay. California, Oregon, and Washington are planning to be safe havens. That'll work. That'll work. Well, honey, I just came in here to boom bang jangling with y'all about this shit I done heard in the news. Honey, y'all watching the news? I'm watching the news. This has been another, and thank y'all for coming through. Thank you for my moderators for coming through. Thank y'all for the wonderful discussion. We can continue it in the chat section once you watch the replay, okay? Or maybe if I do another CMeantit news and you want to talk about some of these other topics that I've skeeted through today, we can talk about them again. But let me tell you one thing, honey, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Don't let the hustle and the bustle of the world get you, because honey, at the end of the day, we are going to be all right. All right. So thank y'all for coming through. I ask you all to please hit the like button on your way out, and remember what I said. What my motto is, it is, we may not buy in, but we will look on, and then I'm gonna come talk about it. All right, bye.